Good morning, guys. Today is Father's Day and I thought we could do a little bit of a casual vlog. Of course, because it's Father's Day, I have to cook my husband breakfast. I'm cooking for the family, but of course for him. He loves a good home-cooked meal. So we are going to do some bacon, some eggs, and then I'm thinking pancakes, but I just noticed that we have some croissants. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go with pancakes or croissants today. I actually like to cook my bacon in the oven. If you read the directions on the actual bacon package, it says to cook it in the oven. So I usually cook my bacon in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, and that will give me a nice and crispy bacon. But if I'm using the bacon as like chopped up bacon for on top of a salad, where I need it to be extra crispy, or if I need it for inside of my egg bites, then I will go ahead and do 425 degrees for 20 minutes, and that will get the bacon extra crispy. Now it looks like my husband bought the thick cut bacon, so I might have to cook this a little bit longer, but we'll see how that goes. We don't usually get the thick cut bacon. You guys, our fridge took a complete shit on us. Complete shit. We got home from vacation, our house was finally done, we bought some groceries, and then the groceries weren't staying warm, so we had to buy a new fridge. And my lovely husband ended up going to the grocery store and getting groceries afterwards. And so some of the stuff we have in the fridge is a little bit different than the stuff we typically have in the fridge, like those croissants I just shared with you, and also this extra thick cut bacon. So here she is in all of her glory. We used to have a fridge that looked similar, but this side was one of those knock-on ones where it would light up and you could see all the food inside when you knocked on it. We decided to go for the same setup because we really love this setup because of this middle drawer. So this middle drawer can be literally anything. You can turn it into a freezer, meat and seafood, cold drinks, deli snacks, white wine. We are using it for snacks, but I like my fruit to be really cold, so I set it to the cold drinks temperature, which is colder than the deli snacks. As far as the inside goes, this is what it looks like. Lots of drawer space, water in there, ice maker. My husband put these in the fridge, so I'm assuming that's what he's wanting for dinner this week. Some more fruit, deliciousness. And then in the freezer, oh, I forgot, there's some juice and creamers, and they all didn't fit because he put some juice over there on the counter as well. And then here we have the freezer. So one of the things I loved is that this freezer has a ice dispenser here, and it has the ice here. So when we have parties, which we do often, there'll be enough ice for people. And then here is the meat and stuff that he got for the week. Looks like he got some really great deals. We are not above shopping the clearance section. And then here is some ice cream, and then the kids' snacks always go in their own little section. So that's the real life. Fridge took a dump, we got a new one, and we had to fill her back up. Since it's thick cut, I'm gonna have to use 2 packages. Today we don't have all the kids, we have 3 of our kids. 2 are on their way right now. Once they get here, I'm gonna stop filming, and then 1 is in his bedroom. I never share my kids without their consent. So like yesterday, I was filming a video and my son walked in the room while I was filming, and he was in the video, like you could see him in the video. So I asked him if it's okay if he stayed in the video, and he thought about it for a second and then was like, no, I don't want to be in the video. So then I asked him, do you want your voice in the video? Like, would it be okay for the people to hear what we were talking about? And he thought about that for a minute. He said he didn't care, but I could tell it was kind of bothering him a little bit, or made him a little bit uncomfortable. And so I just decided to completely cut him out of the video. And a lot of people have been asking why I don't do more vlogging and more family type stuff, and that is why. I don't ever want to put my kids in a position where they feel uncomfortable, and because of that reason, they're usually in the background behind the camera, or they're just not in the video at all. Okay, back to the bacon. This is actually gonna be a little bit tricky because some of this bacon is extra thick cut and some of it's not. But some of my kids like crispy bacon, like extra crispy like I do, and some of them like it just a little bit crispy. So I think that will actually work out pretty good. The kids that like it just a little bit crispy can get the thicker cut bacon, and the kids and myself can get the nice thin cut bacon. So, and it's okay with your bacon if it overlaps slightly. You just don't want it to be completely on top of each other or else it won't cook evenly. So that, my dear friends, is what the bacon looks like. Well, we actually don't have any pancake mix, so I guess that's a good thing that we have some croissants. Those don't need to be cooked until later, so I'll go ahead and do the croissants. But another thing that I want to do today, look at this, one lousy egg. Another thing that I want to do today is cook some egg bites for the week. I'm on a diet, so I am really trying to make sure that I prepare stuff throughout the week, and that way I'm not eating unhealthy options. So I've been doing 2 hard-boiled eggs a day because I love hard-boiled eggs for my lunch, but I kind of want to switch it up, so I'm going to go ahead and do egg bites instead of hard-boiled eggs. I do have a full video on how I do my egg bites. It's in a vlog similar to like today. So I'm not going to show you guys exactly what I do with my egg bites, especially because my husband just went to go get my stepkids, and I don't want to have my stepkids in the video, like I said, without their permission, and it's just easier not to film with the kids around. But I will link that video down below. And can we take a second to talk about the word stepkids? People, or stepkids, stepmom, step whatever, people take that word so negatively, and it's not a negative term, you guys. These kids and these, like, or for me, I get bonus kids, I get extra kids, and the word stepkids just means that I get to have more people to love in my life. It is not a negative term at all. Okay, so the bacon is ready to go in. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven. Set a timer for 20 minutes. And that's all you have to do. About 10 minutes in, I will empty out the grease. For my egg bites, I'm gonna go ahead and chop these up very small. I'm gonna go ahead and fry these, and then I will pour 13 eggs, crack them open, pour them into a container, put a smidge of milk in there, some salt, some pepper. My cooked bell peppers will go in there, a little bit of cheese, because again, trying to lose some weight, and then I will top it off with some bacon. That goes in the oven at 375 degrees for 13 to 16 minutes, and I will share with you guys when I'm done what that looks like.